Welcome to week 3 of the pursuit. Time is flying. This is one of my new favorite things. Sit in my kitchen, talk about what exactly I managed to do, the sort of training, did I hit my target or not? I love it. Now, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, go watch week 1. And without further ado, let's dive deep into the week. Kind of the metrics, the data that I managed to gather this week. Let's see if anything evolved, improved or not. My HRV, not particularly low, 62 in range. So on paper, I was kind of recovered and feeling pretty well. And my VO2 Max has remained 49, still no improvement there within 3 weeks. So let's keep fighting. My FTP, again, I didn't test it, so 253, but my body weight went down by 100 grams. Now to take with a pinch of salt, but I'm using the same scale, same time, same day. I weighed myself on Sunday morning before food or anything. So I'm hoping this is accurate and then that the trend will go down in time. So since I managed to get 100 grams down, my FTP is 2.89 watts per kilograms. Now that the metrics out of the way, my fitness kind of data, we can talk about how the week started, Monday. And Monday is typically my strength day, and I call it strength A. I've got 2 sessions during the week, strength A and B, and bike erg session. Now, strength A was probably the most insightful session of the week since it highlighted again my imbalances, my weakness around my right hip and right foot. It's a real challenge for me to hinge through my right hip properly. I've talked about it during week 1 and 2, but for the first time, I felt like this was the perfect session. In terms of design, it's what I'm going to stick to because I can see it having a big influence, a big impact on my weaknesses. And slowly, I'm starting to feel like my lower body, my calves, my ankles, my feet are catching up to the rest of the body. My strength is increasing. I can feel that. And that's very positive. So strength A will be a keeper, and I'm going to keep on doing this for weeks to come until I find that the improvements are enough, and maybe we'll adjust the strength session accordingly. So that was a success. 56 minutes in the gym. My heart rate average 106. I've got the session in front of me here. 347 calories burned. I kept it pretty low in terms of heart rate. It climbed a little bit during some of the major lifts, 155 or so. But the most insightful session of the week happened on Monday. So that was great, followed by a bike erg session, which is much later in the afternoon, which I did 1 hour and 30 minutes of. This usually follows the strength session to kind of flush the legs. I'm not trying to make it a big workout. I'm just trying to get a lot of movement in and a little bit of cardiovascular work in zone 2 for kind of building that big base that I need right now. Sadly, my fitness is not where I want it to be, and that zone 2 hopefully will bring that base up. So that was 39K, 1 hour and a half, and average 140 watts. I kept it nice and leveled at 126 beat per minute average. That really does the trick in kind of bringing blood flow in the legs after a strength session. So if you have the luxury of having either a bike at home or maybe you go to your gym and they have bikes down there, I find it very useful to get more volume within the week, but also to get those legs to recover faster. So all in all, Monday was a success. Moved on to Tuesday for a 7K run, which I'm going to pull up right in front of me here. And so 7K, 41 minutes. I went into the park here next to mine and heart rate a little bit high for the pace, 5:53 pace. So we're talking still fairly slow compared to where I wanted to go. But some wins in there as well. My cadence is 179. That's what I'm shooting for, around 180. So this is good. My vertical oscillation is a bit high. I'm now trying to get closer and closer to 8 centimeters, essentially gliding more forward than I am bouncing. And that is challenging when not going very fast. So hopefully it will just naturally improve as my pace is going up or down, I should say, faster. But the big win of that 7K run was my ground contact time balance, which has always been a bit of an issue. Knowing my imbalances, I spend more time on my right foot than I am on my left, which puts more stress on my weaker side. But this time around, I managed a 49.8% time spent on the left, I believe, yeah, and 50.2% on the right. So that gap is really becoming quite thin now, and that's the goal. So I was very happy to see that. And these were the first 3 sessions of the week, packed into 2 days, and then we got to Wednesday. On Wednesday, my energy levels went right down. I'm not too sure exactly why, but I had to adjust and change the sessions. I went for a light mobility session, and I thought I was actually going to keep it to just those 30 minutes of light band work for my feet. So that's what I did. But I decided to go on the bike erg later on, managed an hour there, and I just felt too tired to do what I needed to do that day. Kind of is a bit of a write-off, even though I managed to get some movement in, which is always good. Yeah, energy levels low midweek, and it is what it is, you know, we've got to adjust and it's okay. On Thursday, I managed my Thursday threshold kind of interval session on the bike. And this is also known as the Norwegian method. It is a 4x4, so 4 minutes times 4 with a 3-minute kind of recovery spin in between. And felt like a real hard session, but I felt strong. And one little downside is I felt a bit of pain in my right foot. I don't know if it's to do with the footwear, so I've got clip-ons and my shoes are definitely thinner or narrower than what I use for running and even walking around town. They are a little bit narrower, putting maybe a bit of pressure on that outside of my foot, and I suspect this is bringing a little bit of inflammation, or it's just pushing on that bit that hurts. That I need to keep an eye on. So those intervals, I was shooting for about 280 to 290 watts for 4 minutes. I managed to hold that, but the end really felt hard. I mean, it should, this is the point. And this Norwegian method is known to really increase your VO2 max, even though as for now, I've only got to 49 and it stayed 49. There's no improvement whatsoever. I'm hoping that doing these weekly will really kind of stress my heart and improve my VO2 max. Got to Friday for a full rest day, which felt well needed. I needed that rest, full rest on Friday. And when I'm talking rest, I'm not talking just physical, but also mental. I do not work on Fridays. I'm very lucky that I work from Monday to Thursday, and my Friday, I've got a 3-day weekend, which is going to help me massively with this project. I think having the luxury of 3 days off is big. And so Friday was a full rest day, mental, physical, not on the couch, some walking about and enjoying the day, but just a real, just relaxed day. That felt good for the mind. Got to Saturday for a run threshold. Now, let me pull this up in front of me. It was a pretty good session because I did 5 times 90 seconds in the park. And those 90 seconds were quite fast. So I managed to go to about 3:30, 3:35 pace in some of those intervals, which was definitely the fastest running I've done in a long time. It felt great to see my legs moving at this rate. Obviously my heart shooting right up through the roof during those 90 seconds, but decent recovery. So between those 90 seconds intervals, I had a 30-second kind of jog to try and get my heart rate down, and it felt amazing to run faster than usual. A session I really enjoyed, and that was Saturday morning. Success. After that, we had the festival, which was 6 hours on feet, lots of dancing, amazing day out, beautiful weather, amazing music, and just a great day out with my girlfriend. It was part of my birthday present for this year, and we really both enjoyed it. It involved some drinking, and we'll talk about alcohol in a second because it had a massive impact on the Sunday session. Got to Sunday and obviously paying the price for drinking and partying. I usually love my Sunday to be a long day on the bike for now. I'm hoping to swap this for more running later on, but as I'm building my body to be stronger and be able to deal with impact, I'm spending time on the bike. And usually I'm shooting for 3.5 hours. This time around, 1 hour, and it felt rough. And the heart rate was hard to manage. So I guess we need to talk about alcohol. The total time of the week, 7 hours 22 of training. Now, let's go to my weekly reviews, and I'm talking about alcohol here. So I felt strength A was very insightful. I finally feel I'm doing what I should have been doing for a very long time alongside running. I had an energy crash midweek, but felt good about the threshold session on Thursday. The festival was a lot of fun, but it is clear that alcohol cannot be part of this pursuit. I have to make sacrifices to pursue what I truly want. I will explore fun days out without the drinking from this week onwards. Full focus now for week 4. Couldn't agree more. You know, I think of the fun we were having. Is the alcohol needed? Probably not. Feel like I'm in a place in my life where I could go out and just enjoy the music for what it is and the environment for what it is. Yeah, that's what I would want. The price to pay the next day and the following day is just not worth it. So those are my thoughts on alcohol at this point in time, and it has no place in this pursuit. Maybe a beer here and there, you know, to celebrate, but that will be it. Great week, and I'm excited for week 4. Thank you for watching. If you do have advice, tips, I'm all ears. You can put it down below in the description. And thank you for watching. I will see you for week 4 next week. Over and out.